I just heard shots ring out and then got shot at. So I know there's no way he could have made it out of the car.
I told you can't trust these niggas. Now Puffy done killed Tupac, man.
We know something's wrong too, but it's okay, because M said it's okay, Dre said it's okay.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with this.
If I wouldn't have never met him, I would have never been involved in this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never made a call to Diddy. I got Diddy's number. Just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show.
Diddy had connections across the entire industry, from politicians and billionaires to rap legends and Hollywood icons. He was the guy everyone wanted to meet. Even 50 Cent rolled with him at one point, though their friendship eventually turned into a full-blown rivalry.
Get your hand out my pocket. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing on the channel. Get your hand out my pocket, man. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, man. Yeah, you gonna make me. Okay, I'm telling y'all right now.
There was one artist who refused to step into Diddy's world, Eminem. From the very beginning, he wanted nothing to do with Diddy's empire. Not in the 90s, not in the 2000s, and not ever. While others got caught up in flashy parties, power plays, and industry connections, Eminem kept his distance. He stayed focused on his craft, keeping his circle tight and his boundaries even tighter, refusing to be drawn into the glitz, drama, or influence of Diddy's network.
I'm like an R-A-P-E-R, got so many essays. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? Yep.
That line from Fuel Hits carried serious weight. By the time Eminem dropped the track, his tension with Diddy wasn't new. For years, he had been tossing shots and slick disses at him. Back when Eminem was just an underground rapper fighting for recognition, Diddy was already sitting atop the hip-hop throne. He had power, money, and one of the hottest labels in the game, Bad Boy Records. For most artists, landing a deal there was a dream, but not for Eminem. He had a different vision, one he believed in from day one. Instead of chasing the flashy route, he went with Aftermath Records, teaming up with Dr. Dre to craft a legacy that would change hip-hop forever.
Little bad boy on the case, stuff in your face, came in the place, blowed and sprayed Puffy with mace.
Even before fame, before the world knew his name outside Detroit, Eminem had already taken a bold shot at Puff in 1996 on his raw underground track, Effing Crazy Asterisk. That early diss showed he was fearless, willing to challenge the big names before anyone else dared.
They was not scared of Suge Knight. They was terrified of Suge Knight.
That early line wasn't just a song, it was a warning. Eminem made it clear he wouldn't shy away from challenging the heavyweights running the industry. Even when the odds were stacked, he never backed down. It wasn't just Diddy. He also had tense energy with another so-called giant. Suge Knight, the man behind Death Row Records, the label that once ruled the West Coast, home to legends like Tupac, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre. Suge's reputation wasn't just about power, it was about fear. Whispers painted him as the boogeyman of hip-hop, someone you didn't cross if you valued your safety. His empire wasn't built on kindness. It was built on intimidation, chaos, and total control. Suge's rule was simple: power first, mercy last.
Suge's outside! Suge's outside! Everybody like, he was running, dropping.
So Suge came, he had some Mexican niggas. Now, we from New York. You ain't never seen a nigga with a tattoo on his forehead. 118th Street crew. I'm like, what the fuck?
Eminem didn't care about Suge's street reputation. His fearless attitude was on full display during the 50 Cent India Club Asterisk music video shoot. Out of nowhere, Suge Knight showed up with a crew of Mexican gangsters, making it clear he still had influence in the streets. The tension spiked instantly. Everyone knew Suge's presence meant trouble, yet Eminem didn't flinch, hide, or back down. That day proved exactly how little fear he had for the so-called boogeyman of hip-hop. His confidence made it obvious. No amount of reputation or intimidation could shake him.
This is when I knew Eminem was real. He's like, I don't give a man. This is when I fit these niggas outside. What's up? And then the nigga Suge just walked away. The Mexican niggas looked kind of confused, like they didn't know what's going on.
Eminem didn't retreat. Instead of staying inside or letting security intervene, he walked outside to face Suge Knight and his crew head-on. There was no hesitation, no second thoughts, only pure confidence. Everyone on set could feel the tension, but Eminem stood his ground unshaken. That moment wasn't just bold, it was legendary, cementing his reputation as an artist unafraid to confront the most feared figures in hip-hop, even in the most intimidating situations. After that tense showdown, Eminem didn't just let it slide. He went straight to the studio and recorded a full diss track aimed at Suge Knight, but the world never heard it back then. Dr. Dre stepped in and told him to hold off, saying it wasn't Eminem's battle to fight. Dre wanted to keep the peace, fully aware of how dangerous Suge's reach could be. The decision kept Eminem from escalating the situation publicly.
You're responsible for the deaths of the two greatest rappers to ever grace the face of this planet.
That track didn't stay buried forever. Years later, it leaked online and it was vicious. Every bar hit like a hammer, revealing the depth of tension and animosity that had built between Eminem and Suge Knight.
Is it because you love me that y'all expect so much of me? You little groupie bitch, get off me, go fuck Puffy.
If Eminem had the courage to stare down Suge Knight, one of the most feared figures in hip-hop, why would he ever fear Diddy? That is the question. Looking at everything Puff has been tied to over the years, it's hard to tell who held more power or who was truly more dangerous. Suge brought street energy, but Diddy played the game from inside the industry, pulling strings behind the scenes. Eminem wasn't done sending shots either. In 2000, on the Asterisk Marshall Mathers LP Asterisk, he aimed directly at Diddy again. The line wasn't his most vicious, but it still carried weight. A reminder that Eminem had no intention of playing nice with hip-hop's elite and that he would call out anyone he saw as overstepping, no matter their fame or influence.
Sorry, Puff, but I don't give a fuck if this chick was my own mother.
Then came another line that took things to a new level. Eminem mentioned Diddy's girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, in a way that painted a darker, sharper picture. It wasn't a playful jab or lighthearted punchline. It was raw, uncomfortable, and meant to shock. That lyric made listeners pause, realizing Eminem wasn't holding back when calling out Diddy or anyone connected to him. His words made it clear he would challenge powerful figures without fear or hesitation.
And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show.
Then Eminem dropped another twisted line. I have a son and a new brother at the same time and just say that it ain't mine. What's my name? That lyric caught everyone off guard. It was wild, darkly funny, and clearly meant to stir the pot. But did he follow up? No, he didn't release a diss track or comment publicly. Yet it was obvious he didn't find it funny. Even with those bold shots fired, there was never an open feud between Eminem and Diddy in the early 2000s. Both were focused on building their empires. Eminem dominated charts with multi-platinum records under Dr. Dre's guidance, while Sean Puff Combs constantly reinvented himself, expanding Bad Boy Records from P. Diddy to just Diddy. Their paths rarely collided, except at award shows and major industry events where both were treated like hip-hop royalty. One notable moment came in 2003, when Diddy handed Eminem a Grammy for Best Rap Album. Cameras flashed, the crowd cheered, but the atmosphere between them felt icy. There was a quiet tension, a sense that more history and unspoken rivalry lingered behind the smile.
Tupac murders, where retired LAPD detective Greg Kading claimed that Diddy allegedly ordered Tupac's murder for $1 million, and that one of the shooters was Keith D. The moment those accusations hit the internet, 50 Cent wasted no time jumping on it. He publicly echoed the claim, saying Diddy might have really been behind Pac's death. That statement reignited old suspicions and dragged Diddy's name right back into one of hip-hop's darkest mysteries.
I told you you can't trust these niggas. Now Puffy done killed Tupac, man.
It's interesting that Diddy has always recognized Eminem's talent, regardless of any tension. In a 2003 Rolling Stone interview, Sean Combs spoke about Eminem with real respect, calling him one of the greatest MCs ever to pick up a mic. He said, "I think Eminem's up there with the best of it." Diddy acknowledged that Biggie and Tupac were on a different level, but he still credited Marshall's skill and impact. That moment showed Diddy wasn't blind to Eminem's rise. Through the web of industry connections, their paths crossed in surprising ways. In the early 2000s, Diddy had his eye on a rising star, 50 Cent, but the deal never happened. Word is Diddy passed on signing him due to 50's ongoing street beef with Ja Rule, which made the move too risky for Bad Boy Records. That decision changed hip-hop history. 50 Cent signed with Eminem and Dr. Dre instead, creating one of the most explosive partnerships in rap. Together, they sold tens of millions of records, turning 50 into a global icon and connecting M and Diddy indirectly. Years later, things got messy again. In 2015, a shocking documentary, Murder Rap, Inside the Biggie and Tupac Murders Asterisk, dropped, claiming retired LAPD detective Greg Kading alleged Diddy ordered Tupac's murder for $1 million, and that one of the shooters was Keith D. 50 Cent quickly echoed the claim, publicly suggesting Diddy might have been behind Tupac's death. That statement reignited old suspicions and dragged Diddy back into one of hip-hop's darkest mysteries, cementing the tension between the legends and reminding everyone of the power and influence at play behind the scenes.
Counts the day you put out a hit, the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out, they got pot kill.
Eminem eventually chimed in, though it was years later in 2018 when he released the now famous diss track Killshot Asterisk, aimed straight at Machine Gun Kelly. The whole hip-hop world was buzzing when it dropped. M wasn't just defending his reputation, he was reminding everyone who still controlled the mic. Amid all the razor-sharp bars, he slipped in a subtle line that caught attention, one that hinted at Diddy. That small, carefully placed reference reignited old debates and sparked a fresh wave of theories across social media and hip-hop forums.
Puff said it's in his hands, and he said I can say it. And that's the end of that. have fun with that one.
He said, yeah, there's nothing to say about it. It's in my hand.
The final line of Asterisk Kill Shot really shook everyone. Eminem closed the track with, "I'm just playing, Diddy, you know I love you." That single bar set the internet ablaze. Fans couldn't stop dissecting it. Was M joking, or was there a deeper hidden message buried in the words? The debates were endless. Some argued it was classic Eminem humor, unpredictable and edgy. Others suspected a grain of truth behind it, considering the complicated history between him and Diddy. Social media exploded and hip-hop forums lit up with speculation. Behind the scenes, the reaction was different. According to Joe Button on his podcast, Diddy wasn't laughing at all. When he heard the track, that casual, playful-sounding line suddenly felt loaded. It wasn't just a joke, it hit a nerve, touching on decades-old history, tension, and unresolved suspicions that have always lingered between the two rap icons.
Now, let's talk some hip-hop shit, man. I want to talk to Puff right now.
Yes.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah. Check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking.
All right.
Thank you.
And back in the day, Diddy could shrug off Eminem's disses like nothing, but this time it was different. That Killshot reference cut too close to a topic he had long tried to bury, Tupac. For Diddy, mentions of Tupac have always been sensitive, instantly shifting his mood. He would dodge, redirect, or shut down the conversation entirely. Eminem's subtle tie to that rumor wasn't just a lyric, it was a trigger. Fans immediately noticed the tension, realizing the line struck at something Diddy had tried to keep buried for decades. That single moment reminded everyone that even without a full-blown feud, Eminem could provoke reactions with just a few words, touching old wounds and reigniting discussions that had remained dormant for years.
They never made a call to Diddy, really? I got Diddy's number, just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
Later, during an interview about his Machine Gun Kelly beef, Eminem dropped a revealing detail. He made it clear that he and Diddy weren't connected personally, that there was no friendship or alliance between them. They didn't even have each other's phone numbers and no communication existed. That simple statement spoke volumes. Despite their overlapping histories and public mentions, Eminem and Diddy were operating in completely separate worlds, each managing his own empire without collaboration or contact.
I'm Diddy cause I make bands and I call getting cheese a cakewalk.
You'd think that after 2018, Eminem and Diddy would keep their distance for good. But in 2020, their names popped up together again. Eminem's album Music to Be Murdered By featured the explosive lead track Godzilla Asterisk, where he slipped in a quick mention of Diddy. It wasn't a full-blown diss, but fans noticed instantly. That brief reference reminded everyone that the underlying tension between Eminem and Diddy still lingered, subtle but present. Even years later, neither had fully ignored the other, and the history between them remained palpable.
Shout the puppy calls, but fuck revolt.
The calm didn't last long. By June 2020, tensions flared again when a previously unreleased Eminem verse leaked online. It had been recorded a year earlier for a remix of Conway the Machine's track Asterisk Bang Asterisk. This verse had serious bite. Eminem went straight at Diddy's media company, Revolt TV, calling them out in a raw, unapologetic tone. The lyrics were sharp, no sugarcoating, leaving little doubt that he intended to send a clear message. The leak immediately caused a stir across the hip-hop community. Fans debated whether Eminem was reigniting his old tension with Diddy or simply venting frustrations with the media world, but one thing was certain: the track reignited attention on their complicated history.
Dude just ducked his head, and the first bullet went in his head, so the next one's hit him. It was like he was doing a breakdance trying to jump in the back seat or something.
Less than a day after the leak exploded online, Eminem moved quickly to clear the air. He posted a statement on Twitter explaining that the verse had been written in the heat of the moment and was never intended to go public. He emphasized that he respected Revolt TV and had no intention of starting any conflict with Diddy or his team. Even with the apology out, the conversation didn't stop. Fans and insiders were still speculating about whether quiet tension lingered between the two rap icons. But the real shockwaves came not from Eminem, but from Diddy himself. By the fall of 2023, multiple women came forward with serious allegations of sexual assault and abuse, painting a disturbing picture of what had allegedly been happening behind closed doors. The most explosive revelation involved Cassie, Diddy's longtime ex-girlfriend, who filed a lawsuit claiming years of mistreatment, control, and physical abuse. The entertainment world was stunned. And just when it seemed the story couldn't get darker, news broke that Keith D, the man long rumored to have insider knowledge about Tupac's murder, had been arrested. Prior to his arrest, he had openly done YouTube interviews talking about his connections to Diddy and even claiming that Puff had once asked him to assist in handling Tupac, a murder he admitted to being involved with himself. The entire situation reignited decades-old questions in the hip-hop world, proving that past rumors were far from settled.
Sounds like something that Puff would do at a party with Aaron Hawk, cause I just love to f with.
Riding the wave of chaos, Eminem came back harder than ever. His album Asterisk The Death of Slim Shady hit with full force, and he didn't hold back on Diddy. One track, Bad One Asterisk, immediately had fans talking. In it, M delivered sharp, cryptic lines that seemed to reference the infamous Diddy parties, the same private gatherings whispered about online for years. His delivery was casual, almost playful, but every line was layered with meaning. Fans immediately began dissecting the lyrics, looking for hidden references and connections to Diddy. Some bars were subtle, almost coded, while others hit with unmistakable precision. Eminem's wordplay was classic, teasing and attacking simultaneously. The track became a storm, blending humor, menace, and critique. It reminded the world that M could drop a verse that was both entertaining and deeply cutting. Every line left fans questioning whether Diddy was the intended target, and the discussions online only grew more intense as listeners analyzed every nuance.
What? She probably ran out the room with his fucking dildo. He tried to field goal punter, she said the chill.
On another track, Antichrist, Eminem went even darker. He directly referenced shocking footage that surfaced showing Diddy allegedly assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassie. The lyrics were blunt, with no sugarcoating, highlighting the public's perception of Diddy's fallen image. Eminem made it clear through his verse that he wasn't afraid to confront uncomfortable truths. The line was brief but devastating, a reminder that even in music, Marshall could call out those who had managed to shield themselves from accountability, forcing fans to confront the rumors head-on.
I'm like an R-A-P-E-R, got so many essays. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he?
Coldest, sharpest shots came on Asterisk Fuel. Eminem went all in, no filters, no restraint. Every bar was precise, personal, and venomous. Fans could instantly tell this wasn't just another diss, it was a statement. Fuel wasn't about playful jabs anymore. It directly targeted Diddy's reputation and legacy, burning everything surrounding his name, turning lyrics into a lyrical takedown that left listeners stunned and online discussions exploding.
Next, Puff, still he's a police handcuffs. Guilty, will he step up like she never turned himself in?
On Asterisk Fuel, Eminem delivered some of his most controversial wordplay ever. He spelled out R-A-P-P-P-E-R without a P, flipping it into raper or rapist, and then layered it with SA, short for sexual assault. The double entendre hit like a bomb, leaving fans shocked, but he didn't stop there. In the same verse, he referenced the deaths of Biggie and Tupac. R.I.P., rest in peace, Biggie and Pac. Both of y'all should be living, but I ain't trying to beef with him, cause he might put a hit on me like Keef D. Get him. That single line reignited rumors about Diddy's alleged ties to both murders, a topic few rappers dared approach. On the Asterisk Fuel Asterisk remix, Eminem pushed the narrative even further, rapping that Biggie's death was essentially a domino effect following Tupac's murder. The lyrics were chilling, specific, and dangerously bold. Fans couldn't believe he had actually said it aloud. Online communities exploded with debates, theories, and speculation. Eminem wasn't just stirring the pot. He was reigniting one of hip-hop's darkest and most persistent conspiracies, daring listeners to question everything about the past, the industry, and the influence of the people involved. After everything Eminem unleashed on the death of Slim Shady Asterisk, it's clear there is no friendship between him and Diddy. There's no handshake waiting behind the scenes, no secret truce. Eminem has always been loyal to 50 Cent, and that loyalty means he will never publicly or privately align with Diddy. From the looks of it, Diddy is taking it personally too. After 50 Cent released his documentary exposing long-buried industry secrets, Diddy reportedly sent him funeral flowers, a gesture that many interpreted as more of a warning than a condolence. All of this proves one thing: Eminem isn't scared of anyone. From facing Suge Knight back in the day to taking on Diddy now, Marshall Mathers has always confronted power head-on. He doesn't back down, no matter the stakes or the people involved. Even when the paths of M and Diddy crossed at high-profile award shows or industry events, the tension was palpable. This story is far from over. The next chapter dives even deeper into the chaos, exposing connections and names most fans never knew were involved. Every track, every lyric, and every public appearance feeds into this tangled web of influence, rivalry, and legacy. So what do you think? Is this just lyrical shots, or is there real tension hidden behind the bars? Eminem and Diddy's history shows it's never that simple. Their rivalry spans decades, fueled by old rumors, business moves, and lyrical warfare. Fans are left watching closely, wondering who will blink first in this ongoing saga.